dynamic turn signal lights on your side mirrors. What you're going to need is a Torx T10, flathead screwdriver, and this kit came with a little pry tool. Alright, let's get started. Yeah. Next step is going to be to remove the glass, but I'll show you the two little screws that you're going to have to, one, loosen, this one right there, then there's going to be one after you take the glass out. It's going to be down in here, right down in there. You'll see it better once I take the glass off. For the glass, you can see there's retaining clips, one right here, one right here. Basically, line the screwdriver up and give it a couple bumps. You'll feel it kind of loosen. Now, with that in there, go to this side, work this piece. You feel it kind of give a little. Now, pry against the plastic while supporting the glass in the front. Make sure you're prying against the plastic part. You can see if you look in there. Little bumps. These two little bumps. Let's see. It starts to pop out and easily it lays right out of the way, especially if you have the two heated mirror clips on there. Now you can see the other bolts exposed that you have to take directly completely out. The other one you just have to loosen. Okay, there's that one. And the one over here by the glass. Just loosen that a couple turns. Good to go. Now to get this beast out of here, this clip right here. Push down on this tab, pull out. Alright, now with the side by side, you're going to be able to tell. See these tabs? 1, 2, 3. And there's that other screw hole for the bolt. Those 3 tabs you got to press down. That's where the flathead screwdriver comes into place. So if you line that up, you kind of see where it's going to be. It's right down on there. See it? See that one? Right in there. And then that last one's a little trickier, but you can see it right in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put pressure on this piece right here, upwards, work the first tab, get the screwdriver in, kind of at a 45 angle, and then twist, lift up gently, so there's a little pressure, move to the next tab, same thing, so you hear a little pop, work the first tab again, go back to the second, to the third. Now it should be pretty damn loose. Now to the last one. Go to the middle with pressure, slight pressure up. Keep pulling. Pull slightly up at an angle, and it pops right out. Easy enough. Now I'm going to remove that bolt and swap it out to the other piece. Alright. Piece is in. Notice it's not tight all the way. You can see I left a little gap so it slides right in the slot. Start from the outer edge. Line the little tab in first, and then work your way down around. sure all the tabs are locked. Put a little pressure down on it. Yep. Okay. Get this one on. It's in place. Looks good. Put a little pressure down. Downward and snug it. Just snug. Doesn't need to be super tight, just snug. Going in. Gotta do this other one. That's the one that was taken out fully. Careful not to drop it. Line it up in the hole. Same thing, slight pressure down. Pinching it, as you can tell. Same thing, watch the plastics start to meet and then get snug, just a little bit snugger. Good to go. Put the glass in by lining up those two tabs. And the metal brackets. Got the one lined up, the other one's off. There it is. They're both lined up now, inside. Slight pressure on the middle of the glass. Middle. Hear the pop. Snug. Good. Okay, a little tip. The problem I ran into the other side is these pins don't line up with the connector. They're too far to the center and they need to be pushed backward. As you can tell, these two are slightly towards the rear of the connector, or to the left side. These pins are more towards the middle, actually kind of pointing to the right. So I'm going to just slightly bend these pins back, like so. Let's see if you can see this. Slight pressure, work them very slightly. Okay, now I'm going to just slide this in here very carefully. Work it back and forth, kind of jiggling it how I'm doing it. Pay attention to the circuit board inside, make sure it doesn't push backwards. Gently slide it in. Now I've noticed these don't make clicking sounds, so they're not 100% locking, but there's no way they're going to back out. So, should be good. Now we'll test it before we put the cover on. It's lined up over here. Keeping pressure down. So it rides against this guide over here. Making sure this is flush right here. And pushing with my thumb. Now taking the top, pushing down on the center of the top. And it just popped in. Just a little squeeze and push in. Popped in. Snug. Click, click. Gaps look good. We're done. A lot brighter. Hell of a lot brighter.